The purpose of this video is to discuss household chemical safety. So first off, let's look at products you don't mix. Bleach and vinegar produces chlorine gas. Bleach and ammonia produces chloramine gas. Both of these give you breathing problems, but chloramine gas is much more dangerous than chlorine gas because it also can produce hydrochloric acid. And sometimes when people get that chloramine in their eyes, then you have hydrochloric acid that's produced as a result of that contact, and you have hydrochloric acid in your eyes. You have bleach and rubbing alcohol, which can produce chloroform, which is highly toxic, and then hydrogen peroxide and vinegar can be corrosive. Different types of hazardous waste at home could consist of cleaners, light bulbs, fuels, paints, pesticides, stains, and they can be found all over the house. And if you're not sure if a product that you're using is hazardous, just look at the label. You're looking for signal words: caution, which is moderately hazardous; warning, which is a little bit more hazardous than caution; danger, which is more hazardous than caution and warning, and it could be flammable, corrosive, or toxic; and then poison is highly toxic and could be fatal. And these chemicals, they can enter your body through a variety of different ways: through ingestion, through your skin or your eyes. You could inhale. And so all of these paths lead to your bloodstream. And then once it's in the bloodstream, those toxins can be carried to all the cells all over your body and cause a variety of different problems. For example, methylene chloride is in pesticides and it can cause heart attacks. Cadmium is in batteries and it can cause kidney damage. Methanol is an antifreeze and it could cause death or blindness. Benzene is in paint remover or gas and it can cause central nervous system disorders. And so we can be exposed in a variety of different ways. You can be exposed at home. Improper disposal can lead to contamination of the environment, the soil, and potentially food. So if you're disposing chemicals improperly, then maybe somebody else is too, and then maybe there's a whole bunch of people. Maybe the whole town is doing that. And once you have that issue, then you're going to have widespread contamination, and so it leads to a lot of problems. And the thing that you really need to do is think about how to dispose of these chemicals properly. And the best way is to recycle those. And batteries are a really good example. Car batteries, when you go buy a new car battery, you bring in the old one and they'll recycle it for you. If you're not sure how to properly dispose of household chemicals, call the city or the county and they can give you information on how to dispose of those chemicals properly. And a lot of times there's a facility that you can go to and you just drop it off and they'll take care of it for you. But you should never ever pour those chemicals down the sink because this will contaminate the sewage system. If you pour these chemicals on the ground, it can contaminate your yard and cause a lot of problems. And when it rains, it just spreads. So make sure you're disposing these household chemicals properly. Improper disposal could consist of throwing it in the trash. Maybe there's a chemical that you threw in the trash. You're like, whatever, I threw it in the trash, big deal. But if it's water soluble, then when it rains, that water can carry the toxin to rivers and streams and cause more problems that way. If you burn it, then you're sending those toxins into the air. Septic systems, you go, okay, you know what? I have a septic system. It's not a big deal. Well, septic systems leak. And so it could potentially contaminate the ground and surface water, which is carried off. And, we can be exposed through that runoff. And then same thing with the sewage system. It's the same thing as the septic system, but on a large scale. So overall, make sure whatever chemicals you're using at home, make sure that you know whether or not they're hazardous, and if they are, dispose of them properly.